More than 300 South Korean workers detained during a massive ICE raid at a Hyundai plant in Georgia. They are now headed back to South Korea. The country's foreign ministry says they were released from an ICE detention center overnight. And as you can see here, they departed from Atlanta's airport on a chartered flight just a few hours ago.
I reacted to this a little bit late, but initially when I saw the headlines, I thought they got released and were just okay to continue working. But it makes sense that they got released from the ICE facility to get on a plane to go back to Korea, to their home country.
Yeah, so Christine, these detainees left the ICE detention facility in Southeast Georgia just before 2:30 this morning. They got onto buses and they headed here to Hartselle-Jackson International Airport, and they took a chartered Korean Air flight just before noon today, a few minutes before schedule. But as you mentioned, this departure was delayed, and according to the South Korean Foreign Ministry, it was because President Trump actually suspended the repatriation process. They were negotiating yesterday what to do with the workers who were part of this raid, whether they should stay and continue their work at the Ellabelle facility or they return home. But the South Korean foreign minister had said, look, these folks were traumatized, they're exhausted, so it was best that they leave and then come back. You asked what happens once they land. So according to an attorney who represents several South Korean nationals, he says a lot of them telling him they don't plan on returning. And Christine, keep in mind, the South Korean president met with President Trump just a couple of weeks ago, and he said looking ahead, this will have a huge impact on U.S. investments. And at the time, during their visit, he pledged hundreds of billions of dollars in U.S. investment. So there's definitely some fallout as a result of this raid, which took place last week.
Now, that when they say raid, they make it sound so like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. They're grabbing these people, they're kidnapping, they're making them disappear. I mean, it's not that crazy. If they came here illegally, if they overstayed their visas, and they acquired some really good jobs working in some manufacturing companies, once you're caught in this country, the Trump administration made it very clear that if you're here in the country illegally, point blank, you are getting deported. Now there's opening jobs. American citizens, we should be applying to these jobs. People that are out there saying they're struggling and have those experiences to work in those particular positions, well, you now have a place to work. Go submit your resumes and get to work. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. This is for Charlie.